Hi, I'm Victoria Elliott. I, together with a number of volunteers, run Church Support Online, which launched last week, which we're hugely excited about. It took a huge amount of work. Its aim is to be a resource for churches, ecumenical resource for churches, through the coronavirus pandemic and outbreak. When we were originally doing the work on the website, at the front of our minds was, how do we worship online? How do we carry on community online? How do we be church online? Over time, on one level, our site is redundant. We've seen people who have done great work, and it's been amazing to see how well different churches have really embraced the situation and responded in creative ways for meeting together and for worshipping. But I think for me, on a personal level, as time has gone by, I think I've realised as church we can do so much more. As church, we can be a sign of God in the world. I feel very lucky. I have a full-time job. I have a flat. I'm not being furloughed. I am going a bit stir crazy, being at home all the time. I miss being able to go out. I'm missing that human interaction. But it's really tough for those who don't know where they're going to get their next meal from, who don't know if they're going to lose their homes, those who are on their own at home with no one to talk to, no internet connection, those who are at home in difficult relationships. As we run up to Easter in this time, there are narratives around God being hope, and of God defeating death, and of death being overcome. But in this time, we know full well that there are people on this earth, many, many, many people on this earth, who know death on a very intimate and real level. Death is not an idea, but a reality. Grief and mourning, which Jesus knew himself, are a reality. For me, the Easter story speaks about God's incarnation and God's suffering. God does not suffer from a distance. God suffers on earth. God knows the pain of being apart, whether physically or psychologically. But God also knows the importance of being alongside not just in terms of sitting alongside, but in terms of getting one's hands dirty, of making a real difference. So for me, right now, as we approach Easter, the importance is not about how we do worship best online. For me, it is about how do we model Jesus in this world. For me, worship is important. But actually, worship without acting is empty. So right now, I'm at a bit of a quandary about where to go with this website. What do we do with it? How do we enable churches to be church in the world and not just churches as a worshipping community? How do we show God's love in our current situation?